everybody. Welcome to Life with Annie. I'm starting my supper a little early. I'm going to make some spaghetti sauce here, so I wanted to let it simmer for a couple of hours. So I'm not seeing any activity yet. So hopefully I will in just a second. Okay, I see some lights going up the screen, so I must be out there. I must be broadcasting. So today I thought I would make spaghetti. I've been craving it, but I didn't have any spaghetti sauce. So I went scourging through my pantry, and I had a couple of cans of petite diced tomatoes, and I had a can of tomato sauce, and I thought, well, I'll just throw together a little homemade sauce. Okay, I see comments now. Hey, Carlene. All right, so I've browned my hamburger meat. That's just a pound of hamburger meat. And I'm going to go ahead and put some of these seasonings into the meat. This is just some Italian seasoning. I just went through my pantry and my spices and thought, well, let's add a little bit of this and a little bit of that. Put a little bit of dry parsley in there. And then some onion powder. And some garlic salt. All right. And then I'm just going to add in our sauces. Turn that down because this is just going to simmer. What are y'all cooking tonight for your supper? All right, I'm going to go ahead and add in both of these cans of petite diced tomatoes. And get all of it out. Hey, Charlie. Throw that tomato sauce in. Turn it back up a little bit. Hey, is it Caroline or Carolyn in Indiana? Thank you for watching. So we're going to do spaghetti sauce, a really quick, fast spaghetti sauce for tonight. I'm going to do some garlic bread here. And I might, if I have time, I might do a little dessert. Hey, Annie in Atlanta, Georgia. Was it Annie? I don't think it was Annie. I think I said the comment and not the person. Where was it? It was Wanda. Wanda. Sorry about that. Okay, so let me add this tomato sauce. Let me see if I want all of it in there or not. I'm one of those people, I like my spaghetti sauce a little bit on the thinner side. I've just always been like that. I keep seeing a shadow out my window in there, and the wind here is blowing so hard that it's just making little dancing shadows outside. Okay, I think I'll just add this last little bit. And then I'm going to put a little bit of water in there. So let me let y'all see that a little bit better while I grab some water. Mama might like that can. It's a small can. Okay. So I am just going to let this kind of simmer this afternoon. And we're going to have a delicious supper, a big plate of spaghetti. Get that all stirred together. So I didn't add any salt because I was using garlic salt. So I'm going to need that in just a little bit. Let me set these off to the side over here. And while I've got y'all here, I'm going to go ahead and just do my bread and have it ready to go. I'll pop it back in the refrigerator, and I'm going to go ahead and butter it real quick. Okay, did anybody say what you're cooking tonight? Hey, Karen. Hey, Deborah. We're having some really nice weather. We've had a lot of fog lately, but the temperatures have been really nice. I went out earlier with Lucy and Thunder, and I didn't even have a coat on. Just really nice outside. And Lucy, she was out in the yard, and you have to walk her down now. And she gets in the sun, and she squints her little eyes. It's so cute. Let's see. Hey, Denise in Canada. Christy's in California. And Lenola is in Dothan, Alabama, making tacos. That sounds really good. I've been making a grocery list and a chore list. I find that sometimes if I make myself little lists, I will stick to it. So I've made myself a little chore list. I don't know that I can mark but maybe 1 or 2 things off of it at this point, but it's a start. And I've got to probably do a relatively large grocery shopping trip this weekend, because I've really been good at using up everything as best I can. Like these tomatoes, you know, I didn't have jarred tomato sauce, so hey, we've got some tomatoes. My butter is soft, but my bread is also soft, so it's kind of hard to get it to spread. Okay, so I am going to put a little bit of garlic salt on these. And then I think I'll also put some mozzarella cheese. Someone said something about potato soup. Hey, Jennifer in Mississippi. Mama loves potato soup. She makes it all the time. She just makes just enough for her to have for a meal. I'll try it this way without making a mess. Okay. Give this a quick stir. I'm going to let it cook, you know, kind of on a medium heat, and then for a little bit, and then I'm going to turn it down to simmer. All right, let me see if we have any cheese in here that we can add to this. Let's see, we've got cheddar, Mexican blend. I don't think we need that. Parmesan. Right here, because I reach for them all the time, and I can never get. Sometimes these things just don't open, so we're going to try to. Hey Debbie, Mama's doing great. I talked to her earlier today. She's doing great. So I'm just going to put a little bit of Parmesan on these pieces of bread. Did anybody make New Year's resolutions? I never do that. Because I can tell you, if I did, I wouldn't stick to it. I know me well enough to know that I wouldn't do it. So I don't even bother with that. It was kind of funny though, New Year's Eve, y'all. This is so sweet to me. Star's making breakfast for dinner tonight. I haven't done that in a while. I need to do that again. It was New Year's Eve. Oh goodness. Hold on. Y'all, that's Matt. I was just fixing to talk about him. I'll be right back. Make sure nothing's wrong. Sorry about that, y'all, but I had to take that call from Matt. He doesn't usually call me a lot during the day, so I wanted to make sure everything was okay. All right, and it is. Okay, so let that settle down. Anyway, so New Year's Eve, Matt's always been the person that he has to be beside the person that he's going to be with. If you have, what is it? How does he say it? You want to be with the person that you're going to, and it'll make it last all year or something. I don't know how. He tells it a lot better than I do. And so it was New Year's Eve, and lately I've been staying up a lot later than him, and he'll go to bed early. And he went to bed early that night. He had actually fallen asleep in his chair watching TV, and he came by, when he came out of his little man cave and he came into the living room, I was sitting on the couch and he's like, I'm headed to bed. I said, okay, good night. So he went to bed, and I'm like, it was like about a little bit of time passed, and about 10 till 12, I looked at the clock and I'm like, he's going to be so upset if he falls asleep and he's not right beside me. It's just a little thing that he does. So, it was about 2 minutes till 12. I sat there and I thought, well, I'm just going to go in there and sit on the bed beside him. So if he's asleep, I'll tell him I came in there. Well, I got off the couch and I was headed down the hall. And just as I'm headed down the hall, here he comes up the hall. And I couldn't help but laugh. I said, I know what you're doing. He was coming in and he said, well, you know, he was about to fall asleep, but he came in there and we did watch the, what was supposed to be the ball drop. I was so busy watching everything else on the screen, I didn't see the ball drop, but I guess it did. But I thought that was kind of funny and sweet and cute and all those good things. But he does that every year. So, I'm just going to try to put these little toast points on my little tray here. I think you can see that partially. I probably should have sliced them before I put the cheese on, but it's okay. It all comes out the same in the wash. I gotta hurry up if I'm gonna make a dessert with y'all. Y'all want me to stay on and make this dessert? It's really quick and easy. I've made this type of a dessert before. I don't know if I've made this particular recipe. I just pulled up Pinterest, y'all. I get on Pinterest all the time looking for something to make. And I saw it and I thought, that'll work. That sounds like the same ingredients that I usually use. So, okay. There we have our toast points. Okay. Now I'm just going to pop these in the refrigerator until, you know, we've still got 3 hours at least. Okay. My refrigerator's pretty clean too. We had, I think, what is today? Tuesday? Yeah, there was trash pickup this morning, so I cleaned a lot of stuff out of the refrigerator yesterday. And I've got all this room in the refrigerator now. Okay, so we've got our sauce going. Our toast is ready. I don't have anything for salad tonight because we're out of all that. So what I need to do is I'm going to melt. I've got some butter in this little dish here. I'll bring all my ingredients over here. All right. Here are my ingredients. Here's my milk. And I need to melt this butter. This is 1/4 of a stick of butter. No, it's 1/4 of a cup of butter. 1/4 of a cup of butter. And I'm going to do 30 seconds. Yeah, y'all want me to make the dessert. Okay, it won't take but a second. I won't take up too much of your time. Let's see. Okay, so I'm going to make a crustless custard pie. I do have crust in the freezer, but I just wanted to, I made these before and they're so good, and I just wanted to do it without a crust. Let me see how that did. Ooh, that did perfect. It is full to the rim. Okay. Let's set that right. So it's just a crustless custard pie. You need 1/4 of a cup of melted butter, 4 eggs, 3/4 cup of sugar, a pinch of salt, 2 cups of milk, 2 teaspoons of vanilla, 1/2 cup of all-purpose plain flour, and you can sprinkle the top with nutmeg for topping. I don't do that because I don't care for that flavor. But what makes this even easier is you put it in, you can do a mixer, whatever, but it said you could also do it in the blender, and I've never done that, so I'm going to do that today. Let me grab my little Vitamix here. Excuse me. And it does say to preheat your oven to 350, and you're going to bake it for 45 minutes. So I'm just going to put everything in here. And I have to say, y'all, Matt went out to the chicken coop the other day. Now, these are store-bought eggs here, right here. And I was sitting in the front room, and I was watching TV, and I heard a ruckus out in the chicken coop. I mean, they were just going on and going on, and I'm like, it's the middle of the day. I know there's no predator out there. What in the world are they yapping about? And I said, Matt, something's going on out of the chicken coop. I said, I think they might be laying an egg. He said, no, they're not laying an egg. This one came from the chicken coop. This is the first and only egg that we've gotten in probably, is it 3 months? And it's a little narrow on one end. So I'm going to wash this egg up. We're going to use this egg. And we're going to probably have to buy more eggs this weekend because I've got just a couple left. But I was so grateful for that egg. I mean, it was like, he said it looked like they had made, whoever laid it, had made like a well in the little straw, or not straw, but whatever the stuff is he puts down for them. And it was down in there, so I was so excited. Yay, we got an egg. Okay, so I'm going to pop this one into the blender. And do the rest of them. Give my hands a rinse. I missed that comment, something about the custard. Okay, so we've got our eggs in here. I'm going to put our milk. It's 2 cups of milk. And y'all, honestly, I didn't have any refrigerated milk, but I had some canned milk, so I just used some canned milk. I diluted it a little bit with water, and we're going to try it that way and see how it turns out. I'm going to go ahead and put my full as a tick butter in here. And then I've got 3/4 of a cup of granulated sugar and a 1/2 cup of plain all-purpose flour. And I think it needed a pinch of salt, so let me do that real quick. Just a pinch. And it was 2 teaspoons of vanilla. Let me grab a measuring spoon. Oh, that vanilla smells so good. Okay. And I think that's it. Let me just look over here. See, 1/4 a cup of melted butter, 4 eggs, 3/4 cup of sugar, a pinch of salt, 2 cups of milk, 2 teaspoons of vanilla, and a 1/2 cup of plain flour. Okay. I'm going to take this over to my blend jet over there and mix this real quick. Oh, thank you, Susan. So that maybe the sound won't be so bad. So I'll be right back. Talk amongst yourselves. Okay, it said to blend that for about 30 seconds. I think that's enough. Okay, now what I did do is I've never blended it like that, so I hope it'll all fit in this pie dish. I did just kind of butter the pie dish a little bit. Let me kind of move y'all up a little bit maybe. So I buttered that just a little bit. And here is our blender pie. And we're just going to pour this in. No crust needed. It kind of makes its own little crust when I've made these before. And that's nice and smooth. And that's it. Bake it for 45 minutes at 350. I'll probably go ahead and put this in the oven and be nice and ready for us tonight. So that is it, y'all. That's going to be my meal for tonight. The whole blooming meal I got done here. I love custard pie. One day I'll have to come on here. I do have, I think, an extra pie crust that I froze from the holidays. And I need to make a coconut custard. I love coconut custards. Let's see. Hey, Miss Julene. You have a great day also, Susan. It does sound good. And I've got a few little dishes here to clean up, and then I can let this kind of simmer. I'm going to put a lid on it and let it kind of simmer. And then All I have to do is pop that garlic bread in the oven, in the toaster oven. You never knew what, Gina? I love custard pie. Let's see. Is it Dosey? And y'all, there may be some trolls on here. Do not respond to them. I will, Christy. One day I'll make a coconut custard. My grandmother used to make coconut custards a lot. And I love coconut in anything, really. Yeah, Kelly, I'm going to cook noodles. I'll probably, you know, I didn't even check my noodle supply. Hold on, let me make sure we can have spaghetti tonight. We may have to have it over macaroni noodles. Let's see. I don't make spaghetti as much anymore, so I used to always have tons of spaghetti boxes, all sizes and everything, all shapes. But since I don't make it as much, I don't buy it, so I don't check. So I do have, for me, I love the thinner spaghettis, so I've got some of that. And then Matt buys these, he likes this, so I don't know if he wants me to make both of them. This is the Miracle Noodle. He likes angel hair. So I'll see how many of those he wants me to make. So that's what we're gonna have. Hey, Amanda from Mississippi. And I hear Thunder or Lucy's sipping on some water. I will, Tina. I'm not sure when, but like I say, I saw a pie crust in there the other day. I was digging out some meats and I had one, so I need to use that up. So I'll have to do that one day. It's similar. It's just you got a crust and you got a custard and you just add some coconut to it, but I love them. Yes, Sandra, I am making spaghetti. I didn't have my jarred sauce, so I looked to see if I had the ingredients to make just a from scratch kind of quickie spaghetti, and I did, so that's what we're having, and some garlic toast and that pie. All right. Let's see. All right, I'm going to get off of here, y'all, and clean up my mess here and put some things away. And I appreciate y'all coming on today. I haven't been on in a few days. I'm not doing as many videos as I was, but I try to pop on fairly consistently. But hey, Shirley in Georgia. Thank you, Kelly. What are the Miracle Noodles? Well, Matt bought, he learned about these when he went on his weight loss journey. There's only 1 gram of net carbs in here. It was recommended by the weight loss place that he went to. They're not cheap either, but they're kind of like stored in like a water. They're real soft, kind of stored in water. And you're supposed to strain them, and then you rinse them, and then you put them in, I put them in a little skillet, and just cook them so that they cook a little bit drier. You don't want them hard or anything. And let's see how many. This is about 2 servings now. Can you imagine giving me that many noodles and telling me that's your serving? I'd say give me 2 bags. I don't even know if these are good. I've never even tasted them. But I got to have a little. But Matt's been really good about eating the size of food. You know, he kind of has some issues around the holidays, but that's to be expected. There's nothing wrong with that. But yeah, he eats a lot of stuff that I would go, oh, no, can't eat that. So I hope I would never have to go on a weight loss program, because I would not be a good candidate. I'm just telling you that right now. I imagine a lot of Southern cooks wouldn't be. All right, y'all, let me get off here. Let y'all get back to whatever y'all were doing today. I've got a load of laundry to fold and another load to move over to the dryer, dishes to clean up, and I won't have to come back in here and cook supper. I can do other things instead. I hope y'all have a great day. If you're watching me on YouTube and you haven't subscribed, please subscribe. I hope you will, and give me either a thumbs up or something nice. All right, we will see y'all again real soon. Have a great afternoon and a great supper. And I'll show you what this looks like later.